Hey, everybody. This is Kelly Anderson, Feeling Good Mama. I will give you guys just a few minutes to come on and join. I hope everyone is having a great Tuesday. So, let's see. Little bit of craziness. Something's been off with the energy today. I don't know if you guys are feeling it. I'd be very curious to know if you guys are feeling the same thing I've been feeling. It's things just feel off. And it's very interesting because my topic today is victimhood, being in the victim mentality. And literally like 2 minutes before I'm supposed to come on here, I adjusted my seat and it hit my coffee and my coffee went everywhere. And so I thought in the past I probably would have actually started crying. And today I'm smiling because I was like, well, that's perfect because in the past, I would have totally just taken the victim route, and my language would have been something like, oh gosh, why does this always happen to me? This always happens. I can never catch a break, something like that. And this time I was like, oh, this is perfect. It happened. It was absolutely perfect that my coffee just spilled everywhere because it made me like really clue into that victim thinking. So that's what we're talking about today. And I'm very excited because I think this is a really great topic for self development. I think it's a really great topic. If you can kind of hone in on it, there can be a lot of growth when you start to focus on this topic. So I heard a quote this week and it like was a total slap in the face. And I was like, what? Wow. So I have started following this girl on YouTube. Absolutely love her. If you are into masculine and feminine energy, mindset, of course, personal growth, you'll probably like this girl, Vikita Trivedi, Vikitta Trevedi. And so I like her a lot. She's got a lot of good positive energy. But I'm going to read you the quote that she said that blew me away. She said, victims are not cute. Victims will never be successful because victims are always waiting for someone to come and save them. And I thought, wow, victims are not cute. And it's true. It's totally true. Victims, when have you ever seen someone who's like pouting, feeling totally down on themselves, down on their situation, and thought, wow, they really got it going on? That just doesn't really happen, does it? So I absolutely love that quote, and I'm still kind of trying to figure out why did it hit so hard with me. Because of course I like to be cute. Everybody wants to be cute, right? So I was like, wow, I've got to really step up my game and even watch that victim mindset, victim language even more. So I want to delve into why is victimhood so prevalent these days? Why do we all have a victimhood mentality? Not everybody, but I would say the majority feels like a victim in some capacity. And I'll be honest, I feel like a victim sometime. I will say in the past, I felt like a victim in almost every aspect of my life. And I felt like I didn't have much of a say in what happened in my life. That has changed a lot. And now I feel like I have a lot more say in my situation and in my experience. But there are a lot of people out there who feel like victims in their work. They feel like victims in their relationships. They feel like victims in their education, victims in the medical system. They feel like victims financially, victims with the government and the political system. They feel like victims of the world, basically. And I want to try to bring some light on this topic because I don't think it's healthy. I do think the powers that be like to keep us in victimhood because that just gives them more power and keeps us, the man or the little man, kind of in our places. And so I really want to talk about why do we have this victim mentality and what can we start to do to move away from it. So I think historically, um, people are kind of tribal people, and there was always like a head of the tribe, and we always kind of look to the head of the tribe to like, oh, you're going to keep us safe, you're going to help us to survive. And I think that mentality of always just looking to someone else, that just kind of grew. And then of course we had historically governments that decided to take advantage of this, and they promoted that they would take care of their citizens as long as their citizens followed certain rules and for certain ways of living. And so humans, over time, over generations, they started to feel like, well, in order to, have security, to be safe in life, we've got to adhere to this other entity, this other organization, this other leader. And so I think it just became so ingrained and such a pattern that people stopped questioning it. They just automatically said, oh, yeah, the government will take care of us. Oh, yeah, the food industry, they're going to take care of us. And that made us become victims because then all of a sudden those entities had complete control over the little man. And it started to just grow, and now I think it's almost a cool thing. I think it's like misery loves company. And so all of that negative energy of complaining about how bad you've got it, complaining about all the things that are wrong, we want to talk about that when we're frustrated. And then that pulls other people in. And all of a sudden, it's like the message is spreading. And that whole mentality of victimhood just grows and grows. And it's almost like because that group becomes so big, that's like the cool group to be in, the group that are victims, that are complaining about everything. And so I started noticing, well, I lost my husband. And after I lost my husband, I started noticing like, well, I could really like take this situation and just feel like really bad about myself, really bad about my situation. I could really just become like so down in the dumps, complaining about how hard it is. And I will be honest, that still does happen every now and then. But I really did not want to pass that on to my child. So I decided I'm not going to be the victim in this situation. I'm going to use it for good. I'm going to use it to go out and tell other people you can go through something really, really hard and really difficult, because let me tell you, that was what that was for me. It was extremely difficult. Still to this day, there are a lot of challenges from losing my spouse. but I really wanted to show my daughter and I wanted to show other people, even if things aren't exactly as you would like them, there's no reason to be a victim. There's no reason to be constantly complaining, constantly feeling like you're powerless, and constantly not moving forward to try to make things better because you feel like you're a victim. So, one thing that I personally have tried to do over the years is, for one, I stopped watching the news altogether. Every now and then I'll be in a space where the news is on, and I'm just like, oh gosh, it's so dark. It's so negative. There's just such low, uh, just dense dark energy around the news. And so that would be one thing would really suggest, is just try your very best to limit the news. I know people feel like they need to know what's going on in the world, and I understand that. I'm curious about what's going on in the world, but when I see that it starts to really pull me down, and they're purposely putting us in that negative victim mentality, I try to get away from it. And so that's one thing that we could all do. Other things are being around friends and people in your life who are just down on themselves, down on life, down on anything and everything. And I used to be one of these people, and it will still come out when I am around people like that. It can come out very easily. And so I have to really catch myself now and say, I do not want to be in the victim mentality, because they're not cute, right? Victims are not cute. And victims will never be successful because they're always waiting for someone to come in and save them. And guess what? It's just not going to happen. No government's going to save us. No food industry is going to save us. No pill, no pharmaceutical, um, whatever is out there, none of it's going to save us. We have to take real personal responsibility for our life and for what's going on. And the first step is starting to notice those negative victim messages around us and saying, I'm not going to accept that in my life. I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to be as positive as I can about my life. And I'm going to believe that things can be good. And I'm going to believe that I can make a real impact and a real difference for people. And so I want to encourage you guys to start thinking and noticing when you're out. Notice when you are around people who are constantly complaining about everything. I have some people around me who just absolutely complain about everything. It literally is like you jump from one topic to the next, and it's just, oh, that's bad. Oh, I can't believe they're doing that. Oh, that is so, I'm so irritated about that. And I love these people. I love these people so much. And I have to just say, I certainly try to turn it around with them. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes it bleeds in, and sometimes my filter is not strong enough. And all of a sudden I've joined in. And when it's over, I'm like, darn it, I joined in on that and I didn't want to do that. So I want to encourage you guys, as you walk through your life and walk through your days, I want to encourage you to start noticing when you start having those people, those influences around you that are not positive, that are putting you in a victim state. And really, like commercials, television commercials are big about that. They're all about, you have so many problems, you have so many issues. This product is going to fix it. This company can fix that. You need to start telling yourself, I'm good. I'm good. I'm healthy. I'm strong. I'm capable. And I don't necessarily have to have all of this coming at me that everyone is saying that I have to have. So I hope that is helpful for you guys. And I hope that it kind of gives you something to think about when you're in your day to day and the people you come around. You can still always love the people in your life. And you can always have that little voice in the back of your head that just says, I don't have to accept that. I don't have to take that. I'm not going to listen to that right now. And I'm going to start to remember what I believe, and that empowers me. So I'm going to go with that. So I hope that's helpful for you guys. That's my thought for you for today. This January 23rd, 2024. I hope that your 2024 is getting off to a fantastic start. If you have any thoughts, any questions, I would love to hear. And any ideas for the Feeling Good Mama for our podcast, or anything that we are providing for you guys. It's all about feeling good. And it takes work, y'all. Feeling good sometimes is not the easy road. But I want to give you guys some tools and some things to think about that will hopefully help you to feel good. So let's see. Olivia and we still have our book, Violet and the Voices. And I want to thank you guys so much because we sold out on Amazon. And someone told me today that we sold out on Barnes and Noble. I haven't seen this, but we did sell out on our release day on Amazon. And hopefully they'll be getting that back up. I've checked the link. It's not back up and running yet, but hopefully they'll have that back up and running. And if you would like a book now, you can always go to our website, www.violetoleanderrose.com, and you can order our book there. I would love for you guys to get this because it's all about mindset, and it's all about the voices that we hear in our head. And that is something that we really need to always stay very cognizant of, the voices in our head. So Olivia is my daughter. She's 12, and she and I worked extremely hard on this book. And so I would love for you guys to get it and hopefully enjoy it. I'm getting a lot of really good feedback about this book. My parents are saying that their kids read the book over and over and over, and I've heard that multiple times. So hopefully the message is something that's going to stick with kids and adults too. It's all about just watching the thoughts in our head and keeping a positive attitude. So, and you can get that at violetoleanderrose.com. We will actually be starting the VOR Violet Club in about a week. So just finishing up the last little pieces of that. So hopefully if you've got kids, we're going to be doing a lot of fun little projects with that. So, so keep an eye out for information on that. We're going to be rolling out some things with the Feeling Good Mama here pretty soon. So stay tuned for all of that. I appreciate you guys so much, and I always love your input. So please feel free to leave any comments or questions. and share. And if you are on our YouTube channel, please sometimes I get tongue tied. And so please subscribe and like this video on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for being with me today. I really appreciate you all, and I will see you on the flip side. Bye.